Hello students, hope you all will be safe and healthy. This is your English grammar class and I am your teacher Miss Hefsa. Today I am here with a new topic, that is conjunctions. As you already know what are conjunctions, a conjunction is a joiner. It is a joiner word because it joins two words or two sentences. A word that connects or co-joins parts of a sentence. It joins two parts of a sentence. It may be words or it may be different sentences. Conjunctions are words used to link words, phrases and clauses. They are also used to link different phrases and different clauses. Then we have three types of conjunctions: coordinating conjunctions, correlative conjunctions and subordinate conjunctions. Let's discuss them one by one. Coordinating conjunctions may join single words, they join single words, or they may join groups of words, but they must always join similar elements. That is subject plus subject, like they will join two subjects with each other, verb phrase or verb phrase, sentence with a sentence. So the elements must be same, like the elements which they join, they must be same. When a coordinating conjunction is used to join elements, the element becomes a compound element. It becomes a compound element. You know what is compound? Something which is made up of two or more than two things. So that is called a compound. So when two elements are joined by a coordinating conjunction, so it becomes a compound element. Now look at its examples. We have for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. These are coordinating conjunctions. And like with the rest of all other conjunctions are different types of conjunctions, and only these 7 are coordinating conjunctions. And there is a simple way to remember all these coordinating conjunctions. That is the formula fan boys. Like you have to remember just this word fan, F-A-N, fan, boys, B-O-Y-S, boys. So F for, A for and, N for nor, B for but, O for or, Y for yet and S for so. So these are coordinating conjunctions. Let's see how they are used in sentences. Conjunction and. So here it is linking two noun phrases with each other. We have tickets for the symphony and the opera. But, sentence plus sentence. The orchestra rehearses on Tuesday. But we have used the conjunction but here. The chorus rehearses on Wednesday. Then we have a conjunction or, which is joining or linking verb plus verb. Have you seen or heard the opera by Scott Joplin? So here the word or is used. Then we have so, which is joining two sentences with each other. I wanted to sit in the front of the balcony, so I ordered my tickets early. Here the conjunction so is used. So these are all coordinating conjunctions, and they are used to join or link two similar elements with each other. Then we have correlative conjunctions. They are always used in pairs. Correlative conjunctions, as the name shows, co mean two. The word co mean two. So it always consists of two conjunctions. They are always used in pairs, like both of them are used in a sentence. They join similar elements. They also join similar elements, but the main difference between coordinating and correlative conjunctions is that it appears in pairs, while coordinating conjunctions are just single conjunctions. When joining singular and plural subjects, the subject closest to the verb determines whether the verb is singular or plural. Like when we are just combining two subjects, so the subject which is closest to the verb would just determines that whether the verb is singular or plural. If that subject which is closest to verb is plural, so then we would use plural verb for it, and if that is singular, then the singular rules would be apply. Now what are examples of correlative conjunctions are both and, like here these two would be appear in pairs. Not only but also. Either or, neither nor, whether or. These are correlative conjunctions. Let's see how they can be used in sentences. Both and here they are just linking two subjects together. Both my sister and my brother play the piano. Here both of them are used together. So these are correlative conjunctions because they are appearing in pairs in a sentence. Either or, here they are joining two nouns together. Tonight's program is either Mozart or Beethoven. So here the word either and or both are used. Neither nor, here they are joining two subjects together. Neither the orchestra nor the chorus was able to overcome the terrible acoustics in the church. So here the word neither and nor are used as conjunctions, and they are correlative conjunctions because they are appearing in pairs. Same not only but also, here they are also joining two sentences. Not only does Sue raise money for the symphony, but she also ushers at all to their concert. So here you can see these are appeared but also and not only are appeared in pairs, and they are joining two sentences here. So these are the examples of correlative conjunctions. Then we have another type of conjunction, subordinating conjunctions, sometimes called a dependent word or subordinator. It can be also called a subordinator or a dependent word. Why? Because it comes at the beginning of a subordinate or dependent clause. You know, we have two types of clauses. One is main clause, the other is subordinate or dependent clause, which depends on the main clause, which cannot be stand alone. Like we need the main clause to complete its meaning for it and establishes the relationship between the dependent clause and the rest of the sentence. So the coordinating conjunctions are used there to join a subordinate clause with its main clause to show the relationship between the dependent clause and the rest of the sentence. Look at its examples. It is used for time, cause and effect, opposition or condition. So these are all examples of subordinating conjunctions like after, before, when, while, since, until. They are all showing time to us. Cause and effect, because, since, now, that, as, in order that. So like in one sentence we have in one clause we have the cause, and in another we discuss its effect. If something is cause, and what is its effect? Opposition, although, though, even though, whereas, while, and condition, if, unless, only if, whether or not, even if, in case that. Now look at its examples and sentences. After she had learned to drive, Alice felt more independent. So here the word after is a subordinating conjunction because this one is an dependent clause. Because if we just say that after she had learned to drive, so what? The meaning is not clear. Alice felt more independent. This is the main clause or independent clause. So here both of them are joined by the conjunction after. Then we have, if the paperwork arrives on time, your check will be mailed on Tuesday. Here the word if is a subordinating conjunction. Then we have Gerald had to begin his thesis over again when his computer crashed. So here the word which one is conjunction here? When. Yes, Gerald had to begin his thesis over again when his computer crashed. So when his computer crashed is an subordinating clause and it is depending on the main clause. So here the word when is joining these two sentences. Hope this would be clear to you, all different types of conjunctions. Now what you have to do, you have to write different sentences of the different types of conjunctions which are already mentioned. Like here these are the examples of subordinating conjunctions, so you have to use it in 5 of them in different sentences. Same with the rest of the types as well. You have to write 5 sentences of each type and you have to use the different types of conjunctions in them. See you in my next class. Bye bye.